Let's talk about Heliofant and I Pet Goat 2. Now, Heliofant released a series of videos which show water, and it shows ice and water, and it shows winter, and it's similar to a scene in I Pet Goat 2 where the Statue of Liberty falls. It's surrounded by a seal of Solomon that looks like the thing on the flag in the Middle East, and it shows that liberty has fallen. And this is connected to Trump. And all this started around 9/11, where you have this project of the new American century, where they wanted to invade 7 countries. 7. The G. And it looks like we're coming to the culmination of these events. The answer to 9/11 will be La Palma. And then we'll be in some kind of World War III with China. And everything's going to be exposed. And what I think the message is here from Heliofant is that this is the year. And that Trump will invade Greenland. And so we have this script that if Trump invades Greenland, there will be a rupture in NATO. And so what I think will happen this year is the death of Trump, the possible invasion of Greenland, and La Palma. And then we'll have World War III with China. And everything's going to come out in the open. The effects of the William Shakespeare. Remember the Epstein files. Remember that Trump is the father of the William Shakespeare. He is Julius Caesar. You just had this invasion of Venezuela on the 3rd of January, where you had the supermoon, where the moon was closest to the earth and the sun was closest to the earth on that day. So a 3-3 of Freemasonry, the 2 columns. It was a wolf moon. Wolf is Canis, Canary Islands, Canis, dog, which is the dog star Sirius. As I've said, it represents a synthesis of the 2 forces. And then you get a trinity, and then you get an enlightenment of man. And this is what the film I Pet Goat shows in the film, where you have the Christ figure and his pineal gland is released. And before, his pineal gland is ruled by a demonic eye. And the film seems to show that this 9/11 was some kind of satanic ritual, I Pet Goat 2, the name of the book, and that this is a destroying of the serpent, like St. George and St. Michael. Remember, Shakespeare was born and died on St. George's Day. We had the first emergency alert on St. George's Day. The first man to get the William Shakespeare was called William Shakespeare. The Tsar, which means Caesar, in England, was MP for Stratford-upon-Avon. That's Shakespeare country. Nadim Sahawi. You shake it before you spear it. And Shakespeare had a hyphen, SS. And Shakespeare is about enlightenment, man's enlightenment. You shake the spear of enlightenment. The goddess Britannia is actually Athena, and she originally held a spear. And Athena, in ancient Greece, was associated with Isis. Especially when it was interpreted during the Enlightenment, European Enlightenment. This is why you have Athena with her spear everywhere in these Masonic portraits. Now let's talk about Heliofant, because it has many of these ideas, and it was released on the 24th of June, the same day Freemasonry was created. It was released in 2012, and Freemasonry was created on Midsummer's Night Dream, on June the 24th, 1717. And this seems to be the Illuminati here, which was created on May 1st, 1776. And remember, they announced the death of Bin Laden on May 1st, and they announced the death of the guy with the moustache on May 1st. And they both appear in the film. So, let's have a look at this. And it seems that Trump is the Antichrist figure. He is playing the role of the Antichrist, Donald Trump. So it looks like this is the year. And you had all the previous presidents, because they were just puppets working towards this plan, this project of the new American century, which is actually ruled by the hidden hand of the Red Shields. And so we have here the apple. Now this is the Epstein files, Alice in Wonderland, okay? This is the release of the Epstein files. Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll, whose initials are in the film, was part of a ring, which, like kids, we went all the way to the British Prime Minister. Exactly the same as the Epstein. And all this information is going to come out. And what they want to do is create a new age. And this is why we have the Masonic floor here. And so we've had the yin and yang. Now, I've explained this over the last years, but it seems like this is actually the year. And when she lets go of the apple, you have La Palma underneath the apple. So, underneath the apple, you have La Palma here, and the core is where you have the largest volcano in La Palma. There. Okay, you have La Palma there. Check it out for yourself. Okay, the heart-shaped island. Then it goes to Lewis Carroll, then it goes to the crown. And this is the death of Charles and William becoming king. William is like the Masonic messianic figure. His mother was Diana, who is Isis. All her memorials are dedicated to Isis. She was killed in Paris, the city of Isis. Her flame, her Pont Alma flame, was directly modelled from the Statue of Liberty. And the Statue of Liberty, the flame falls in I Pet Goat 2. So there you have La Palma, you have the core, and this is about the death of Charles. You have the duality, it splits in two, and then we have the new life, the beginning of the new age. So life is about to become resurrected. And they're scared. And it has the falling of the American flag. Now this seems to be La Palma here, a reference to La Palma. We have a tidal wave, we have the split of the American flag. America is over on its anniversary. Trump has ended America. Trump is Julius Caesar. He has crossed the Rubicon. We have the fall of the two towers, which started this phase of history. But this has been planned for ages. We're following Albert Pike's letter. 3 World Wars, social cataclysm is the William Shakespeare. The religion of Lucifer, which is man's enlightenment, World War III. So it shows a scene similar to the recent videos of Heliofant. We are in the winter. And here comes the reborn enlightened man. He just enters the scene. Now what you will see here is that we have Greenland. Here, this is Greenland in the north. And we have Bin Laden. So, he was the CIA. What they're telling you is that all this was orchestrated by the CIA. But it's all going to be exposed because they are going to invade Greenland. We have what looks like a lunar eclipse here. Now there is a lunar eclipse on March 3rd. That's 3-3. A full moon, blood moon, on March 3rd. So that is Iceland, I believe. Sorry, that is Greenland, which he's standing on. The invasion of Greenland is going to create a split in NATO. And it shows you that all these events have been about conquest. And what I believe is that we'll have this tsunami from La Palma, and then China will invade Taiwan, or something like that. This constant taking over of countries like Venezuela and Greenland will trigger the Chinese to attack Taiwan. And I believe that it is connected to La Palma, that La Palma will be the event which triggers all this off. Just before William is king. So here we have the falling of liberty. Trump has betrayed liberty. And we have the star which is on that flag in the Middle East, who are behind these events. And secret societies, Freemasonry. They want to create a new age out of the duality. So the demonic eye is expelled. As I showed you here in this President Maduro picture. If you look at the President Maduro picture, you will see an evil, all-seeing eye. The demonic is expelled, exorcised. And then man's pineal gland, the serpent has been destroyed, and then there is a rebirth. And here comes